our love will last forever. My girl and me know that we two belong together. But sometimes it seems I shatter our dreams with some careless word or foolish lie. Me and my girl, we've got each other, whatever life may send us. Me and my girl, we've got each other, however life may bend us. Sure, we'll see tears fall. Love never was all rainbows, but there'll always be me and my girl and me.
Check. Hate to say it, Dad, that's a rotten move.
Excuse me, I haven't taken my finger off it yet.
I wouldn't move it there either.
Excuse, I wasn't moving it, I was just adjusting it. You sure you don't want to play snakes and ladders? Oh, Saved by the Bell.
I'll go. Maddie's getting ready to go out.
All right, don't hurry back.
It's Mr. Sharma for Maddie. I'll tell you you're here.
Thank you.
Hello. Oh, hello, Derek.
Good evening, Mr. Harrop.
Oh, sorry, 1 minute, Derek. Good evening, Mr. Sharma.
My card. The last time we met, I neglected to give you one.
Oh, the Light of Asia restaurant.
Every mouthful, a moment of ecstasy.
Well, that's handy to know, because I've been running a little bit short of ecstasy recently. Excuse me, sir.
A 10% discount on presentation of card.
Oh, that's good to remember. Thank you. Yes, Derek.
Simon, I've got some terrific news. My mother-in-law is as sick as a dog.
Well, what's so terrific about that?
No, that's not the terrific news. Muriel is taking the kids down to Torquay for half-term to look after her, so I have a whole week of freedom in the sin capital of Europe.
Oh. Where are you going?
I'm talking about London, you nitwit. Look, this evening, why don't you and I make up a foursome?
It'd be a bit tricky, Derek. There's only two of us. And may I remind you, you're a happily married man.
Not this week, Simon. I am determined to taste forbidden fruit.
Go home, Derek, before you choke on the pips. I'm so sorry about that, Mr. Sharma.
Oh, don't mention it. You're white?
Yes. And, you're Indian?
I meant the color you're playing.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Yes, I'm playing white.
Then you're losing badly.
Thank you, thank you.
It's a very old game, very popular in India. Except there, of course, we play with elephants.
Elephants?
Oh, yes.
Well, it must be a very big board.
Oh, no. What I meant was that instead of castles, we use elephants.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for the delay. Maddie's having a little trouble dressing.
What?
Wait and see.
Well, hello, Ranjit.
Oh, Madeline. Oh, what a fascinating dress you're wearing.
Oh, it's not a dress.
Oh.
It's a sari. Well, we are going to an Indian film, aren't we?
Ah, what a very beautiful gesture. Ah, you truly are a wee Bobby Dazzler.
Sorry. Maddie, what's happened to your other arm?
It's all right, Mr. Harrop. It's in here somewhere. Oh, I'm really not sure if I've wrapped my sari properly.
Well, Mr. Sharma, perhaps you could sort of rewrap her.
I'm a bachelor, Mr. Harrop. I have no experience of wrapping or unwrapping saris.
I'll have a go, Maddie.
Maddie, what sort of film are you going to see tonight?
Oh, it's this musical about a temple dancer who looks after this Raja's children and then married him. And when the war comes, they all escape over the Himalayas to an earthly paradise where they sing and dance and live long day. Oh, It's an Indian version of The Sound of Music.
Is that any better, Maddie?
Oh, I think it must be. I can actually breathe again. Oh, well. Jaldi, jaldi, chickerum, chickerum.
That means it's time we were slinging our hooks. Great pleasure. Remember my restaurant?
I will.
Good night, then.
Night, Maddie.
Listen, Maddie, you sure you're going to be warm enough in just that sari?
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Harrop. I've got my thermal underwear on.
Morning, Liz.
Morning.
Dear, you sound as if your rabbit's just died.
I'm feeling a bit unloved this morning.
Oh, well, I tell you what, don't tell Derek because he's on his own for a week.
It's him that upset me.
Did he make a pass at you?
Mr. Yates! You wouldn't know where to start.
Morning, Derek. Sorry I couldn't come out to play with you last night.
Don't mention it, Simon. As it turns out, you did me a bit of a favour by telling me to go home. I was there to receive a rather important telephone call.
Ah, from Muriel.
No, friend of Muriel's. Friend of both of ours, actually. Lives round the corner, heard I was on my own, so gave me a little tinkle just to cheer me up.
Oh, that was nice of him.
Her, it's a female friend, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Married?
Divorced. Actually, we've made a date to go out this evening.
Have you?
Yes. Well, poor old Glenda's pretty lonely, you know.
Is she?
Well, yeah. Muriel and I are always going on about how lonely poor old Glenda is. In fact, Muriel will probably be jolly pleased that I'm taking poor old lonely Glenda out. If Muriel ever found out about it.
Actually, Derek, how old is poor old lonely Glenda?
Oh, dear. Oh, let me see. She must be pushing 34, 35.
Attractive?
Devastating. In a very obvious sort of way.
Wait a minute. Glenda. Isn't that the one that was at your drinks party? Blonde, deep, husky voice. Spent the entire evening trying to get me back to her place? Mm-hmm. Derek, if she gets you alone, you know what will happen, don't you? Derek, don't be crazy. Do you want to ruin your marriage?
It's just a harmless little fling, that's all.
Listen, girls like Glenda, they're too intense for harmless little flings.
I can handle intense relationships. In fact, when Muriel and I were first going together, we were banned from the local cinema for being so intense. People complained about the heavy breathing.
What, yours?
No, Muriel's. You know, when you're giving someone a long, lingering kiss, you know the sort of thing.
The all-or-nothing 3-minute job.
That's the one. Well, this, of course, was before Muriel's sinus complaint had been cleared up. So whenever she breathed in through her nose, she made a sort of...
What sort of noise?
A sort of...
Well, I can understand why people complain.
Got so bad, the only films we could go and see were westerns. Then we had to restrict our kissing to cattle drives and stampedes. That way, nobody knew whether it was a horse that was winning or Muriel.
Where are you going now?
To see our beloved bank manager. I'll be back at 5:30. It's all in the diary.
Right, Derek, listen, try and find time to think of your family. Come on. You've been faithful to Muriel for 14 years.
Exactly.
14 years. Bit late to get the 7-year itch.
That means he's got it twice as bad. See, if only I had Glenda's telephone number, I could ring her up and cancel it.
Well, I could always say she phoned up while he was out.
Do you know what? I tell you what, we can do better than that. I'll give you tomorrow morning off for your audition if you can leave a sort of a message on the answer phone in Glenda's voice.
Oh, yeah, I'm terrific at voices. You dirty red. James Cagney.
Yes, that's very good, but she doesn't sound like Kate.
People who need people. Barbara Streisand.
Yes, that's really terrific. You see, but what we want, actually, is something a bit sort of deep and husky, sort of... Hello, darling.
Yeah, of course, like Fanny Craddock. Hello, darling.
A bit more gin in it.
Hello, darling.
She's divorced, she's not dying.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling. Sorry.
How'd you get on with the bank managers?
Rather better than usual. This week he didn't actually laugh in my face.
Oh.
Just off. Don't forget Mr. Yates's phone call.
No, I won't. Thank you, Liz. Bye. Good night.
What phone call?
Bad news, I'm afraid, Derek.
Oh, Muriel and the kids aren't coming back, are they?
No, it's not that. There was a message left on the answer phone at lunchtime. I think it was from Glenda.
Hello, darling.
Well, if it is, she's got a frightful cold.
Awfully sorry, but this evening's off. I've got a frightful cold.
Oh, no. I better phone her.
Don't bother to phone.
Oh, all right.
I'm checking into a private clinic. Love to Muriel and your darling children.
Oh, blast. And I bought a new jacket for this evening and everything.
Oh. Oh. Listen, don't worry. You can still wear your jacket tonight. Listen, there's this new restaurant, the Light of Asia. I'll take you and Sam out, okay? It's 10% off. Listen, what are you doing?
I want to hear that voice again.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling.
Is there an echo in here?
Derek!
Glenda! Oh.
How are you, darling?
Bit confused. I didn't think you could make it.
Derek, when I want to make it, I make it.
You know Simon, don't you?
It's not as well as I'd like to. I did try awfully hard at your cocktail party.
Yes, I was just sort of telling Derek how hard you tried.
I suspect you're deeply, deeply complicated. Like an onion with thousands of layers.
No. Not me, Glenda. No, I'm just your plain, uncomplicated spud.
Did you say stud or spud?
Spud. Look, excuse me, Glenda, and look, Derek, excuse me. Glenda, there's this very nice little wine bar down at the piazza. There's quite a few sort of crucial things I must discuss with Jake, so perhaps Derek could join you later?
All right, Simon. Why did you come too?
Well, no, I don't want to play the gooseberry.
No danger of that. You're too much of a spud.
If you go out with that woman, I'll give your marriage 2 months at the most.
Don't be ridiculous.
All right, then 1.
I'm a big boy now, Simon. I can play with fire without burning my fingers.
I know, Derek, but that woman is a petrol dump. She couldn't be more blatant if she was wearing a label. Now, come on, remember, you are a married man.
No, Simon. Tonight, I'm just a man. She is just a woman. And nobody's wearing labels.
My girl, we've got each other.
Is there still no word of Mr. Yates?
No. Either he got home very late last night and went to the office early this morning, otherwise he didn't get home at all.
Wouldn't you worry yourself about him, Mr. Harrop? Oh, he'd never. Well, you know.
Never?
Never. Oh, he might flirt a wee bit, but it's kind of like asking for haggis in a Chinese restaurant. It may look like haggis, may smell like haggis, it may even taste like haggis, but if there's no haggis and you're wanting haggis, you'll only be happy with your pancake roll.
Yes, thanks, Maddie. I'll remember that. I don't understand it, but I'll remember it. Sam, if you're coming, we better get started.
Okay, Dad.
Is Sam going with you this morning?
Yeah, she's going to look after the office while Liz is at her audition.
Ready, Dad?
Hey,
Is it okay?
more than okay.
Not too much.
Just right.
I got the glasses too.
Listen, I think we'll be off now. We'll be back about 6:30. If you're ready, Miss Harrop.
Oh, would it be all right if I had this evening off instead of Sunday, Mr. Harrop?
Oh, don't ask me. You'll have to check with my secretary. Bye.
So Sort the letters, switch off the answer phone, then wind it back.
And what's your first priority?
Get the coffee on.
Spoken like a true secretary. Now, what have we got here?
It's my school pencil case. I've got a pen, pencil, ruler, and a compass.
Oh, well done, girl wonder. If I get lost, I'll know who to come to, won't I? Now, listen, you don't look like it. But in here, the loo, coffee cups, OK? Coffee machine. And in here is where Derek and me sleep. And on your... Derek? Derek? As they say in the movie, Sam, black coffee and plenty of it.
Yes, Mr. Harrop.
Derek? Derek?
Another bottle of red wine.
Derek? Derek, have you been here all night?
Where is here?
The office.
Which office?
This office, you pathetic booze-sodden wreck.
Oh, it must be you, Simon. Oh, please don't be rotten with me. I feel awful.
Here's the Polaroid.
What?
Now, say cheese.
Oh, don't mention food, please. What was that?
That's a photograph I've just taken of you.
Oh, you haven't?
Now, listen, Derek, I want you to remember this morning for the rest of your life so you never make the same mistake again. I warned you not to go out with that woman.
What woman?
Hello, darling.
Oh, suddenly I remember.
Oh, did anything happen?
It's all so hazy.
Oh, sweet.
What?
You've got eyes like little red wine gums.
Wine! We went to the wine bar, I remember that. We had a few glasses of wine to limber up.
Yeah?
And then we had a few more to pull ourselves together again.
But did you come back here?
No, we went to that Indian restaurant.
Mr. Sharma's?
That's right.
What was it like?
I forget everything after I arrived there.
All right, let's start backwards, shall we? Now, this is what you look like now.
Oh.
Now, how did you get like it?
I brought the coffee. Wow, Uncle Derek!
Who is this?
Hell of a sight, isn't it? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pin this photograph next to my bed.
What for?
Well, you always say how horrible I look in the morning, but compared to him, I'm an oil painting.
Go home and shave. I've got some appointments this morning. If I go home at 11 o'clock now, I can change my clothes. All I need to do is I can get here back by 11 because it won't take very long. If anybody's seen my parking, very much. Have you seen it?
Seen what?
My briefcase.
Never mind your briefcase, Derek. Where are your trousers?
My what? Hello, don't look, Sam! Don't look!
Sam, I'll tell you what we'll do. Sam. Look, go down to the caretaker. Sam, and we'll see if Eric's got a spare pair of trousers, a boiler suit or an empty rain barrel. Anything to get Derek home, right?
It's not funny.
Yes, Mr. Harrop.
And be discreet about it.
You're a fine one to talk about being discreet. Oh, my God. I wondered if you walked through the streets like that.
It's obvious, isn't it, what happened? We got plastered in the restaurant. I dragged her back here and we...
Yeah. But that doesn't explain your missing trousers.
She probably took them with her.
What for?
Souvenir of an incredible experience.
Oh, yes, of course. You know you've spoiled her now for other men.
Simon, I'm so ashamed. You're absolutely right. What am I going to tell Muriel?
Well, look, you will be wearing trousers by the time you see Muriel again, won't you?
Of course I will.
Right, then say nothing. We don't actually know if anything happened.
It happened. You don't know me when I'm aroused. I get like a wild beast.
No.
Excuse me, Mr. Yates. I have a gentleman outside to see you.
All right, I'll look after him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Harrop. He wants to speak to Mr. Yates personally.
I know, darling, but he got...
Don't you darling me, Mr. Harrop. That's sexist. Mr. Yates will see you now, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen. I apologize for my tardiness, but I have had them pressed and cleaned.
Oh, my trousers!
Mr. Sharma, what are you doing with Derek's trousers?
I'm afraid at my establishment last night, Mr. Yates had a most unfortunate accident.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Sam, could you make us some more coffee, please? I'll give you a shout when we want it.
Okay, Dad. Yes, Mr. Harrop,
And
sir.
close the door, please. Mr. Sharma, what sort of accident?
I don't think I want to hear any of this.
But the lady you were with had a sudden dose of screaming habdabs and emptied a hot plate of chicken vindaloo in your lap.
Why?
The lady said you were insulting her.
I don't remember any of this.
Well, that's understandable because a lap full of hot curry must have caused some immediate discomfort.
Well, yes, yeah. But I mean, did he have his trousers on at this stage?
Oh, yes. We did not remove them from his personage till after he had fallen over the sweet trolley.
I fell over a sweet trolley.
And so, in this dazed condition, we carried you into the kitchen, removed your trousers, and since we had none to fit you, gave you what you're wearing now. It's a dhoti.
Well, don't worry, we'll get him a cleaned.
I do hope we did the right thing by bringing you here. Knowing how much you love your wife, I didn't think you would wish her to see you in this state of undress.
But I mean, how do you know he loves his wife?
Well, that's why the lady felt so insulted, because she said that you would not stop talking about how much you loved your family and how you thought that your wife was the finest woman in the world.
I said all that?
Yes.
I must have been really drunk.
Hello, eye catchers. Can I help you? Mrs. Yates, to whom do you wish to speak with? Derek Yates, your husband. Just one moment, I'll transform you.
Yeah, Simon Harris. Oh, Muriel.
Muriel, she knows. How did she find out?
Yes, I'm sure he'd love to speak to you, Muriel. No, I don't think he's got too much on at the moment.
Hello, eye helpers. Can I catch you? Oh, yes, Maddie. Yes, it's me. I'll put you through to Mr. Harrop.
Oh, and your mother's better. That is good news, Muriel. Yes, well, I'll give you Derek.
Hello? He's on the other line.
He's on the other line.
It's Maddie.
Oh, excuse me.
Muriel.
What am I going to say to her?
How's it going, my wee mealy pudding?
I don't think she'd appreciate that.
Do you miss her?
Do you know, I think I rather do.
Well, tell her to come home, you idiot.
Come home, you idiot! No, sorry, Muriel.
Me and my girl, we've got each other, whatever life may send us. Me and my girl, we've got each other, however life may bend us. Sure, we'll see tears fall. Love never was all rainbows, but the